What's up guys, Ethan here. On this week's episode, I want to do a gear review on an item that I've been carrying with me every single day for well over a year now, and that is my General Purpose 2 blade from Stroup Knife Company in North Carolina. So let's jump right into it. So I bought this knife at full value. This was not given to me to do this review. Would like to consider myself a friend of Chris Stroup and the nice folks over at Stroup Knives, but they did not put me up to this review. I bought this at full price, so that's my full disclosure before I continue on with this review. But for those of you who haven't seen this knife in a couple of my other videos, this is my General Purpose 2. It is I think the actual specs are like a 3 3/4 inch blade. This is like a camp style knife, so a drop point blade and a canvas micarta handle. This is a pinned version. This is before I think he went to doing screws on all of his handle scales. This is a pinned scale, and I like it. It kind of different than I feel like what everyone's getting nowadays, so it's kind of unique and I really like it a lot. It looks really clean. But I got this knife in September of last year, early September of last year. I used it primarily for just outdoor use and hunting, and about November-ish I went to just carrying it on my hip all the time. And for my lifestyle, it just makes more sense to carry a fixed blade knife. It's been there regardless of what I've been doing, whether it's inside, outside, work stuff, whatever. This blade has been on my side every single day for around 12 to 13 months now. And this knife has had zero issues performing flawlessly with anything that I've put it through and needed it for. Everything from wreaking heck on Amazon boxes to I think I have broke down somewhere around 8 or 9 animals, whitetail deer, with this blade since I've had it, and it's performed incredible. Edge retention, I can't really say. The reason I say that is because my knives are always sharp. I regularly give this thing a few licks on ceramic rods every week or a couple weeks or something like that, just because of regular use. So I've had no problems with the edge retention, but as far as like a durability test, if you will, I just harvested another whitetail a couple days ago that I had to break down completely and pack out. And by the time I had done the skinning, the breaking down, quartering out process, field dressing process, I could have easily turned around and done another deer. So you could easily do an elk, I would say, with this knife and have plenty of edge without having to give it a couple licks, which if you're doing that kind of stuff, I would encourage you to carry like a diamond or ceramic type knife sharpening system that you can throw in a pocket or something like that. All in all, this knife has stood up to everything that I've needed it to do. As far as bushcrafting stuff, which I do a lot of, it would do everything pretty well. I would have no problem with batoning through stuff with this knife. I think the edge would be fine. This is I would say probably like a 3/16 inch steel, if I am thinking correctly what he actually uses. It's a pretty stout steel, and this is a full tang knife. I mean, the blade material shaped into the handle and encompasses the full shape and length of the knife through the handle section. So this is a very stout knife. You're not going to break this knife easily. So batoning through, processing down, kindling, stuff like that, this knife would have no problems doing that. My only nick against this knife is that it does not have a 90-degree spine to be able to pull across a ferro rod to start fires with a ferrocerium rod. Not a total, game changer. A lot of times, it's like I said, this knife is on my side no matter what. So I have other knives whenever I'm doing that kind of stuff, or my folding saw that has a 90-degree edge. I've got plenty of things that have a 90-degree edge that I can pull across a ferrocerium rod to start fire with. Not a total game breaker, but that, as far as total and package of being able to do and perform for what I do in my day-to-day life and activities and hobbies, whatever, that's the only thing this knife can't do. But I am okay giving that up just because of the looks. I mean, these knives are, I think, a work of art. I think they're beautiful knives. You can see, I don't know if you can see it, his nope, sorry, it's on the other side, the Stroup knives symbol right here, and just the kind of the acid etch look that he gives. I call this like the tomato juice finish sort of a thing, like the acidity stains the metal, kind of that black look, the black rust sort of a thing. Black rust is good rust, red rust is bad rust, and they're just, I love them. It's a beautiful knife. The grooves that he puts into these handles makes this a very easy knife to hold on to when your hands are sweaty, wet, have blood on them from dealing with game. Through those situations, not all knives are very safe knives to handle. I grew up using buck knives, like a buck 119 for hunting and stuff like that. To me, way too big of a knife. Just that's my personal opinion. But because of the slick finish on those handles, I don't personally, the way that I use a knife, and I have pretty good knife handling skills, not being arrogant, just I've spent a lot of time with a knife in my hand doing various tasks. I don't feel very safe using a buck knife because of the slick handles. I feel very safe using this knife. Everything is textured. The canvas micarta has texture. The ridges that he has filed into the micarta, make it very easy to place your fingers and really be able to hold on to this knife very well. And then the texturing, all across the spine of the blade and the back of the blade. I put my thumb, whenever I'm skinning and stuff like that. It makes this knife, and the finger stop, of course, there's a proper name for that, but I can't remember what it is at this point in time, but it makes this knife a very safe knife to use. I would feel comfortable, like someone that's like a young person, like the new to the outdoors, and using a blade like this. This is the kind of knife I would like to rather put in like my kid's hand, teaching them how to do certain things or whatever. Something like this, I would feel way better about putting in their hands, because you're going to be hard pressed to hurt yourself with this blade, other than just getting other extremities and fingers and hands and stuff in the way of the cutting edge. But overall, guys, my overall year-end review with being a Stroup Knives owner, carrier, I am totally sold on them. I think Chris is an incredible dude, and all the folks over at Stroup Knives in Fayetteville, North Carolina, every last one of them is good people. I'm being a veteran myself. It's really important to me to support other veteran-owned businesses and keep the tribe alive and take care of one another. And Chris being a combat veteran, that's another reason that I kind of have that connection with them. He puts, and all of them put such great love and craftsmanship into what they do. He cares about what he does. He listens to what other people have to say, and he gives the people what they want, and they put their heart and soul into every single knife. And just to hold on to something that's specially made by other Americans, in a small shop, trying to carve out a living. This is an heirloom item. This knife will eventually get passed down to my kids, and this most certainly won't be the last Stroup knife that I purchase, and it won't be the last time that I tell people to purchase Stroup knives. I have friends that I've convinced to buy knives from Stroup Knife Company. Overall, again, you couldn't go wrong. They're priced very fairly. Go check them out. Their website is Stroup Knife Company from North Carolina, so you can find them just finding their website. They're on Instagram, and I think they're on Facebook and YouTube, maybe. You can find them on most of the platforms. Go check them out. Look through his available inventory and buy something. You're not going to be disappointed. There's a lot of things you're like, man, I wonder if I'm going to like it. This is not one of those. You're going to love anything that you buy from the people over at Stroup Knives. So anyway, this video's been long enough, guys. I know this isn't traditional archery related, but I wanted to give since it's been about 14 months or so that I've had this, I wanted to give my official review on it and tell you people to freaking go buy one, and you won't be sorry. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Be sure to stay tuned in. Got a lot of content coming that I'm going to try to piece in throughout the winter. Stuff that I want to get knocked out. So there's all that coming. Thank you guys for all your views and support. We hit 700 subscribers a while back, and I just think that's awesome. I couldn't be more happy to have all of you guys along and have all of you supporting me and making me able to do this and bring you guys this content. So again, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for your views. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Get outside, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys next time.